We're back with South African football again, and we'll be profiling the Amajita, the brilliant under 20 South African team that conquered Africa and is representing Africa at the Chile 2025 World Cup, FIFA World Cup. Brilliant as they were, and they're in France's group, USA's group. What are their prospects? I'm here with Mustafa to discuss that.
Yeah, well, we're talking about specifically the France South Africa game. We're not going to jump and think about the other teams today yet. Clearly, France has, I think they have the second best team in the world after Spain. Fantastic strikers. They have a youth experience that keeps feeding all these teams like PSG, bringing in. I remember when this guy was 17, 18, he was already one of the world's best in the World Cup, the Senior World Cup. Mbappe. So we know
Yeah.
France is. So what this match is going to be a France team whose attack is far better than South Africa's attack. Their attack is fantastic. Their midfield, I don't know about that. Their midfield is an attacking style midfield also. South Africa has more of a defensive and ball possession midfield. And South Africa has a fantastic defense. And they're one of the top emerging teams in the world. They're the best team in Africa. They beat Nigeria 1-0 in the African Nations Cup. Then I think they beat Morocco in the finals. So France is a fantastic game. I think the difference, though, is that not France. South Africa's a fantastic team. The difference is that France, the way I would describe their football is dazzling. These guys have the best talent, and they keep on renewing. They keep bringing people from West Africa to France when they're young, put them in the culture, teach them the game, assimilate. So they know each other just as well as the South Africans know each other. The South Africans know each other almost as well as any group of people in any around the world because of their league. But the French too, they've got PSG, who are the world champions. They've got all these teams, and most of the French players play in the French league, understand each other, and speak the same language. So this game is going to be a matchup of South Africa's fantastic defense versus France's physicality, speed, and dazzling attack. When I look at the matchup, um, South Africa is defense is going to have to withstand a lot of pressure. They're good enough, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to handle the press with France, and if they are going to be able to press. If they press against France, they're going to get destroyed. Now, South Africa has what's his name? What's the kid's name? Tyler
Tylon Smith.
in central defense. He's a dangerous player and he's good. But I'm not so sure about South Africa's fullbacks. They're going to have to be very disciplined and sit back and be disciplined against South Africa because if they try any type of counter against France, France is going to exploit it. The experts predict that France will win 2-0. I'm going to say that it's going to be 1-0 France. And the reason I'm going to say that is because France's attack is fantastic. And for South Africa, even South Africa has one of the best defenses in the world. Let's say they even have the best defense in the world. Uh, to hold South Africa to one goal is a very good job. But the question is, where was South Africa going to find their scoring? They don't have a number nine. Where South Africa to beat France has to be able to score points. Their defense will do its job. If their defense gives up one goal, that's not bad. The only hope that they would have then is can they shut out France? If South Africa can shut out France, they can shut out any team in the world. And if they shut out France, the next question is how are they going to score? What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The South African team is very defensively adept, and that is where their strength is. Along with Tylon Smith, they have a very formidable last line of defense in their goalkeeper, Fletcher Smith Lowe, who is very,
Yeah.
very reliable. And against France, who is ultra talented, they have a sprinkling of stardust in the attack, in the midfield, and the defense. I think South Africa need to remain disciplined, sit deep, keep their midfield compact, don't allow too much space between their midfield players, and target corner kicks and set pieces, especially when the French fullbacks push forward. Like Mustafa rightly mentioned, the French team is really very talented. They have a lot of cohesion and they're really coordinated, but I feel that the South African team won the African tournament on the back of a very disciplined defensive performance. And I think if they do what they know how to do best, it will be very difficult for France to break them down. And even if France end up winning, I don't see it being more than just a single goal. But I think the strengths of the South African team will come to the fore, defend deep, look for counter attacks. When the French fullbacks push forward, you can exploit spaces behind the fullbacks and see how they can make counter attacks, set pieces, and free kicks count in this game. I really have hope that South Africa can, nick a draw, possibly if they put on their A game. But I think France will be much too strong for them. 1-0 to
If
France.
if France scores 2-0, you have to buy me Black Label and
Budweiser.
no, South African beer, Black Label and pop with
Okay.
Coke. Go to Black Label pop. Or I'm serious, I'm kidding you. But we'll see what's gonna happen. Now here's another danger with France. France has players on their team like Mbappe, who that even when you play disciplined defense and everything, they have these type of players like Maradona and some of these dangerous players that make something out of nothing. They can
Yeah.
just what I mean is that you can have one player like a Mbappe or something who scores the goal just based on pure pace, running straight
Off the
down to
cuff. Off the
off
cuff.
the cuff, and that's going to be dangerous. So even if South Africa's containing them, this French team has a lot of explosive players. But once again, I think what you said is cool. They're not going to be able to press. What they're going to have to do is to counter attack. But when they counter attack, the question is they need to counterattack, use their wings, and also have a number nine or somebody who can get down the pitch very quickly to score. Because they're not going to have South Africa's not going to have a lot of shots on goals. And if they have some shots, it's going to have to be they have to try to find a 1v1 situation on the break. So I trust South Africa's coach knows that and they planned and they prepared for the right tactics. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When the opportunity arises and they break through the French pressure, they have to have an outlet. I don't know who that outlet is going to be, but I don't think they have
I'm
an
sure one of our fans will
outlet.
tell us. All those ITKs, they'll tell us so.
I don't think they have an out and out striker that can, sneak behind the French defense and nick a fortuitous kind of goal. They need an outlet. They really need an
And
outlet.
also, Seppi,
And,
sorry,
yes,
Seppi,
especially set piece, especially
Kylan Smith.
corner
If they can
kicks.
get a corner kick, Kylan Smith is
Yeah.
deadly. Mm-hmm.
In the corner kicks, they'll bring their center backs and more of their physicality.
And they have good
Yeah.
free kick guys also.
And I have good free kick guys as well. So it's going to be tough, really, because the French team is one of the pre-tournament
But
favorites.
here's the good news: if South
But
Africa beat
I don't
France,
see them being walloped. I see it
yeah,
as a very narrow victory.
yeah. If South Africa can beat France or even draw with France, that means they're ready to get to the semifinals of this
Absolutely.
competition. I
Absolutely.
can't wait. Monday, I'm going to take a day off from work. Tell them I'm sick. Or I'm going to tell them. I'll tell them that. I'll tell them that Tyler Smith is sick. I'm so sad. I'm just sorry. All right, so that's good. So guys, stay tuned because as soon as that match is over, we're gonna have a post match. Then after the post match, we're gonna have a look at who do they play afterwards. Is it the USA?
I
That's gonna
think
be
it's
the
the
big game.
US, then Colombia is the last game,
Yeah.
probably.
So and we're gonna be doing shows in and out through this month of World Cup. So this is gonna be really fun. If you're watching this show, subscribe. You have to subscribe. How many people are here that have shows dedicated to South Africa? And we're not even South Africans, but in heart, I lived there for 5 years, so I know I've been there. So I know I lived in Johannesburg, Randburg. So any people in Randburg, if you hear me now, sign up. I'll even get you a black label.
Like, share,
Somebody's gonna win a
subscribe.
black label. Actually, first person to comment on this show. Very true story here. I said I'm gonna get you a black label. I'm serious. First person to comment, I'm getting you a black. What is a black label? Is 20 rand. That's like $2. I'm serious. I follow me. First person to comment gets a black label. Just give me your name. I'll send it
Fantastic.
through ePay. It's just $2. So first person to comment. We won't talk about. I should have said first person to subscribe, but not this time yet. All right, I'll follow me. Last thoughts. Take us out.
Okay, I feel the South African team have a very formidable defensive structure. Maybe not good enough to upset France, but good enough to at least advance to the next stage of the tournament. And I sincerely hope that they have a very good campaign and a good game against France. And for
Yeah,
myself and Mustafa, we're back again to analyze the Amajita, the African champion.
Amajita. That
Mhm.
is what person. You know, that was a good one though. This one was entertaining, man.
It was, absolutely.
You stop recording. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen.